Hey my friend, let's look at 5 high-quality mixing plugins that are completely free. And 2 of them are free for the next 7 days, meaning that you have until December 31st to get them for free. All right, let's have a look. So the first plugin on the list is called Soul, and it's by Dawson Music in collaboration with Science of Life. That is also a YouTube channel that I'm going to link down below if you want to check it out. Now, this one is quite special. It's a granular type of reverb plugin. So that can give you some very nice atmospheric type of effects. Okay, let's try it out right now. First, if you look at the plugin itself, we have that big moon right in the middle of the plugin, which is basically the mix parameter. Okay, so just to blend from the dry signal to the fully wet signal. And down below are the controls, very simple to use. All right, let's play around with it. That's cool. All right, let's add some space here with that huge reverb. Whoa, listen to that. That is pretty neat. Man, that's crazy. That's a cool plugin to work with. So that's great to create shimming atmosphere type of effects, but you can also use this type of plugin just as a simple reverb, because the reverb itself sounds pretty good. So if I take this piano, I can use only the reverb side of the plugin. It sounds pretty good. Now, this next plugin is free until December 31st, 2025. So you have 1 week by the time I publish this video to put your hands on this plugin, all right? And this one is called Temprerance Lite by Eventide. It's a different type of reverb. And what makes this one different is that it gives you control over the resonances of the reverb itself by using the familiar 12-note chromatic scale. So you can basically emphasize on specific notes of your choice, and the best is to use notes that are within the key of the song you're mixing, okay, which is quite nice. So you can emphasize those notes, but you can also de-emphasize the resonances of those specific notes. Let's try it out. Now I have it straight on the vocal. Now right now it sounds like a regular reverb. But if I boost that temper knob here, now it's gonna just emphasize on those notes. Now this is the reverb soloed, okay, without the dry signal. That is quite interesting, okay? And you can also de-emphasize. I can do the opposite. And there's also a high-pass, low-pass filter at the bottom, so you can control the range of those resonances. Very nice sounding reverb. So this is Temprerance Lite, okay, because there's the Pro version available also with more features if you want to. I'm going to link both down below. But this one again is free until December 31st, 2025. A quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Jay-Z Microphones. And as you know, I'm a big fan of Jay-Z mics. I've been using these microphones for years, like the V67 that I'm using right now on my YouTube videos, and also the BH2 which is a great vocal mic. Now, these mics are not only good for vocals, they sound great on almost anything, like acoustic guitars, drums, guitar amps, and so on. So check them out, link is down below, and you can get 10% off on the JZ Microphone store by using the code MIXDOWN10. So thanks again, JZ Mics, for sponsoring this video. And now let's get back to it. Then we have by iZotope Insight 2, and this one is a graphic analyzer, but it's an advanced type of analyzer, okay? And it goes out at $200 US, but is also free until December 31st, 2025. So it's a no-brainer at this point. Now, like I said, this one is quite advanced. It has a lot of tools inside this analyzer. For example, there's a lot of different loudness targets available that I'm not going to find on the Supervision plugin that I use inside Cubase, which is Cubase's stock plugin analyzer, which is great. But to be honest, Insight 2 is a bit more advanced. So there's also the fact that you can select another track from the one where you inserted the plugin into and compare both tracks or even several tracks all together by the use of the Relay plugin. That will also be installed as installing the plugin. And I have one on the piano at the moment. I'm just going to activate it. Now I have the comparison between those two channels, which is pretty nice. Even on the spectrogram, I can select that piano. And there you go. Look at that. So cool. And that is a good looking spectrogram. Look at that. Now, this is just a super quick overview to give you an idea on what this plugin is about, but it offers a lot. Okay, so again, check it out by iZotope Insight 2, free until December 31st, 2025. Okay, the next one is called FireBoy. It's a bass enhancer. And it's pretty intense. This guy is not on fire for nothing, I'll tell you this. So there's only 3 controls, the fundamental frequency and then the intensity to add all those bass harmonics and the output gain level to rebalance the level once you enhance the bass sound. Okay, let's try it out on a drum bus, see how that goes. Focus on the kick drum and make sure you have a good pair of headphones or speakers to listen to this. Man, that is intense. Okay, now of course I don't need to add as much bass enhancement on this drum bus. Like in my case, maybe like 1 or 2% is gonna do the trick, and just focus on the bass drum for this. That's pretty cool. So this one is called the FireBoy and it's by Vox Samples, and they also have a bunch of other free plugins. If you want to check them out, I'm gonna leave the link below. Now the next one is by Sonimus and it's called Delayson. It's a great colorful vintage type of delay. Not a lot of controls on the plugin, which makes it easy to work with. So let's try it out on this vocal. Now I have it on its own effects channel, so my wet mix knob is at 100% in this case. Now, like other delay plugins, we have the regular controls like the time of the delay. You can sync it or not to the tempo of the music. There's also the feedback and all that stuff, okay? Now the cool thing is that by default it's going to sound mono, which can be good in some occasions. But if I want to bring that more to stereo, I just need to play with the left and right offset of the delay. And there you go. I can change the tone of the delay, make it brighter, make it darker if I want to, add a low cut, add some modulation to the delay, and also some drive if I want to. And that is the sound of the delay soloed, okay, without any dry signal. That's pretty cool. So check it out, completely free. I'm gonna leave the link to all those plugins in the video description. Let me know what you think, and also if you recommend other free plugins that I didn't mention in this video. Until next time, take care, my friend, and see you.